All right, let's talk about particular stocks and sectors. Today, the pharmaceutical space is in the news. There has been some developments on a number of stocks like Alchem Labs and Cipla, where there were some concerns about the US FDA inspections in action. And of course, we've got Aurobindo Pharma, which is topping the charts on the Nifty with gains about 4% or so. So we want to keep the focus on pharmaceutical space. And we have with us on the phone line Sarabjit Kour Nangra, Vice President Research at Angel Broking, joining us on the phone line from Mumbai. Sarabjit, let me start with your views on Cipla. Now, this stock, ever since its first quarter performance, has been headed just one way, and that's up, because a lot of those worries were, perhaps reduced post the earnings. But today there were reports about US FDA inspection of 4 of the facilities in Goa, which the company confirmed, but said that there were no significant observations raised. Now, do you think this US FDA sword is still going to hang on Cipla? Is there more downside? Is it really worrisome?
Our view is that Cipla actually, the news that has come in actually, as of now, I don't know exactly what the observations are, but I think 4 observations is not a big deal. The company has not classified as to what are the level of observations that they are, but they have mentioned that these are procedural and they have already responded. So I don't think it should be a major issue. And such events basically are difficult to predict. But going by the management commentary, I don't think it should be a serious issue. But in case it escalates beyond, beyond just observations into some kind of a warning letter and import, then obviously it will be serious, because Goa is a major unit for Cipla, and it contributes, and US is a major contributor now by almost 18%. So I guess I don't, prima facie, as of now, going by what has been reported, I don't find much substance that it will deteriorate to a very significant level.
Right.
And
so you said for Cipla, US exports are 80% of the revenues?
I said US is now becoming a major part of exports. Earlier it was more of focused on emerging in South America. So the news, unlike earlier where most of the pharma companies, were affected from US FDA news, Cipla was not so much, because US was earlier not so much. But now with new management and team, US is becoming more important in terms of R&D investment. If you look at the NDA pipeline, so slowly and steadily US is becoming important, and Goa facility is one of the key. So if it goes at worse, then yeah, it could have a severe implication. But as of now, I see remote possibility of that.
The US FDA observations have also come against Alchem Laboratories for their Daman facility, and they've got a Form 483. How significant is this for a player like Alchem? And, for how long will this kind of threat remain for pharmaceutical companies? Do you see larger ones like Lupin and Dr. Reddy's changing systems, improving standards, so that this stops being a big problem going ahead?
As far as US FDA is concerned, I don't think these problems will go away. The reason is that it's not a one-time affair. US is major geography for most of the pharma companies. It's not a small geography. So, to that extent, these inspections are supposed to happen every, say, 2 to 3 years. US FDA again inspects all your facilities. So whenever they inspect, they find a deviation, they give you an observation. And if you can rectify it.
Right. For many of the pharmaceutical companies, starting with Ranbaxy, then Sun, this has been a process of inspection for the last few years. Haven't the competitors as well, all companies in the pharmaceutical space, now gotten systems which are instituting good standards, so that the US FDA has lesser ground for faults?
No, systems have improved. The response times of Indian companies have also improved. Earlier, if you look at the case history of, say, Ranbaxy, which is the first case reported ever in US FDA, that has dragged and still not is resolved. Whereas if you look at Lupin, you look at Cadila, even smaller companies like Indico, they are taking more than 1 year or even 6 months to come out of it. So it depends on company to company. It's not an industry phenomenon. Okay. Some companies are, the way business models are, some companies are proactive at their business model, and hence more shareholder worthy of rewarding. So as an analyst, I look at various other factors, how managements are, taking US FDA issues seriously, how they are tackling it. So there are many companies who have tackled it very nicely and professionally. So they're improving it. I'm not denying they are not improving it. But suddenly you have that. There's also one thing very peculiar about US FDA thing is that the regulations keep on updating. So you need to have, to give a credit to Indian companies, there is very less US FDA, manpower trained people that they can employ on their boards and, keep their facilities totally in sync with that. So those are structural constraints that companies have, but nonetheless, they're shortening their response times, which is a good thing. So I think these are events which were bigger for them earlier. Now they're becoming smaller. So I think as they mature, as you said, they will be maturing. But it's taking a bit of time. But I guess companies also realize that they need to always be on guard with respect to USFDA and keep their facilities at a stage where they can get approvals faster.
All right. Sarabjit, in the pharmaceutical space, which are the counters that you like? Which ones do you think are firmly placed, be it innovation, be it new drug launches, be it the marketing ability? Can you give us your pecking order?
Pecking order wise, we are stock specific in the sector. We don't, the prospects of the sector are intact in terms that, it is a growth sector, it is defensive to a large extent in comparison to other sectors. But I guess somewhere, I feel that investors should be stock specific. And I guess from that perspective, we currently are recommending Lupin and Sun Pharma.
All right. How about other companies like Biocon, Cadila, and some even like Suven, which really do focus a lot on proprietary medicines and innovation?
Yeah, I don't cover Suven and Biocon, so no idea about this. But Cadila, obviously, Cadila we track, and it's also an accumulated stock for us. But I was saying from a perspective that Lupin and Sana are the large caps, and they have taken a big knock and have not performed actually. Lupin had performed and then came down. Sun has not performed for a very long time. So looking at the underperformance, valuations, everything put together, we believe that these two stocks should give you good risk-adjusted return.
All right. Sarabjit, thank you so much for speaking with us at NDTV Profit. So, Angel Broking positive on Lupin and Sun Pharma. They feel that the risk reward is quite favorable. We'll slip into a break at this point in time. We'll keep a track of the markets. When you come back, stay with us.